Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Mike. Thanks for jumping on with me today as it's Wednesday, and our marketing director, Rob Hamilton's with me this morning. So, Rob, what you got for me this morning?
All right. So, Mike, you are a schedule freak.
A freak?
Yeah.
I am.
That's what we call you. Schedule freak.
I am.
Why?
I am a schedule freak. I'm totally obsessed with schedules. Here's why. So there's 168 hours in every week. There's not 169 because I need them to be. There's 168. That's a finite resource. Would you agree?
I agree.
Okay, so you have two little kids at home.
I do.
I don't have any little kids at home. We both get the same amount of time. Does that seem fair to you?
That's not fair.
That's not fair. And it's not really 168. Because we need about 42 hours worth of sleep. Now with two little kids, I don't know if you get 42 hours worth of sleep, but I think you need 42 hours. That's about 6 hours a night. For the average adult, that's about right. Okay, now some people can claim they need more, a little bit more. Some people say they don't need 6 hours. Okay, I get that there's little differences from human to human, but by and large, the average adult human being needs about 42 hours a week. So that's, I brought my handy duty little calculator with me today. I think I'm the only person in Atlanta real estate that owns a calculator. So you don't really have 168 hours each week, Rob. You only have 126.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what you going to do with them? And that, to me, is the great separator on this planet. You have 126 waking hours every week. How do you use them? That's the difference. And so I'm so obsessed with schedules because of this. Because I have people that I love and I care about on this planet. I do. And I want to be fair to them. And I want to be a relatively good guy, as good a guy as I could be. Now, to me, that means a lot of different things. I don't know what it means to other people's, but there's some harsh realities on this planet. I have to make a living. I have to, or I want to, I don't know if I have to, but I want to provide a lifestyle for my family. My brother has 4 kids. One of them is a special needs child. I would like to help out. I would like to do something for them as much as I could. That requires me to have resources. Said another way, I got to get my ass to work every day, Rob, and make a living so I can help the people that I say I care about. I don't know, you're a man. If I don't do that, am I really caring about the people that I say I care about?
That is a much deeper discussion for another Wednesday, but I don't think so.
Okay, well, let me ask it to you a different way. You have 2 little kids at home and a wife. I'm going to make the great leap that you love and care about them.
That's accurate.
Okay, so does that mean you should just stay, Liam's out of school right now, your son.
Right.
Shouldn't you just stay home and play with him all day?
It would be fun, but...
Well, shouldn't you, if you love and care about him, shouldn't you just stay home and play with him and hug him all day?
Yeah, but I want him to eat and, have things.
So loving him and caring about him is more than just spending time with him.
Yes.
Spending time with him is important. Loving, caring, and nurturing him is important. Right. Is it everything?
No.
No. He likes to have a roof over his head.
Yeah.
He likes to eat breakfast in the morning. Do they like it if you have air conditioning in that house?
Yes, they do.
You might be old enough like me. We can just tell old man stories. I remember being a kid and not having air conditioning in the summertime.
I do.
What'd you do?
Turned on a couple of fans.
Turned on fans. We lived, didn't we? Did it mean your parents didn't love you?
No.
No, it didn't mean that at all. Okay, so back on track. A little side diversion there for a second. You love and care for your children. Does it mean you're there every minute of every day? No. Because loving and caring for people in our world means we have responsibilities too, if you really love them and care about them. Right. You want him to be able to go to good schools. You want him to live in a safe environment. You want him to have experiences growing up. And these things all take money.
Yeah.
Which means you and your wife have to provide a living. Right.
Yeah.
So, because we have all these things, I still have 126 hours. My total contention to you, and why I'm such a freak about this, is the thing that separates people on this planet is how you use those 126 hours. And people will oftentimes use the fallback excuse for almost anything. The exercise is the thing I hear this about, number one. I just don't have time. Really? Because you have 126. Let's say you work 50 hours a week. Would you consider 50 hours to be a full-time job?
Yes. Yeah.
Most people would.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me do a little handy-duty math. You still have 76 hours.
Yep.
You still have 76 hours after you have slept and worked a full-time job. So how do you use them? Do you use them watching 3 to 4 hours worth of television every day, which would be 30 of your 76 hours? Playing computer games? I don't know. How do you use the 76? And now I watch you. You spend a lot of them on the baseball field with your son and in the pool with your kids. Good for you. That's using your time. So here's what I know, and this is what I know about schedules, is look, you got 76 hours after you've slept and completed your job responsibilities. How are you going to use them? And if you don't plan it, it's not going to happen. Your kids are going to grow up and move out of the house, and you're going to think, woulda, coulda, shoulda. I wish I had. That all for me translates down to one thing. I wish I had been in more control of my time and planned it out a little bit better so that I soaked up every precious moment with those kids as they were growing up. And I didn't waste time. Right. And I feel the same way. Even though I don't have 2 little kids at home, I don't want to have a life of regrets. Why I wish I would have gotten with the program. I wish I would have taken advantage of things. I wished I would have learned another language or learned another skill or done this or taken that trip or fulfilled more of my potential at work. I wish I would have. Now, if we all do that. And what I want to reach out and shake everybody with this morning is, starting right now, don't do that. And the way you don't do that is you plan out your 126 hours every week. And yeah, you have work. And that needs to be a priority. Please say it is. Is it a priority in your life?
It is a priority.
Is it the priority?
I mean, there's several the priorities.
But is it the priority?
No.
No. Good. I'm so glad to hear you say that. I don't want it to be the priority. It shouldn't be. You might say, no, my family is the priority. That trumps everything else. But you don't just have one. You have wife and kids and parents. And how about you? Would you like to have a life too?
I would.
You would. See, you thought this was going to be about interviewing me, and I turned around. Yeah, there's all these things we want. And to lead a life where we feel fulfilled and satisfied or happy, whatever the hell that means.
Yeah.
I think that means any given moment, how do I feel? We've got to get all these things into our 126 hours. And it's not easy. So am I a schedule freak? I am a schedule freak. Every hour, every waking hour of every day, I want planned. Why? So I can get as much in my 126 hours as I can. Now, some of that planning could be downtime, just hanging out watching TV. That's okay. How much? When? What's my schedule call for? Does it have to be so anal retentively planned out? It doesn't have to be anything, Snowflake. It can be whatever you want it to be. If you just don't care that much, then nothing has to be. But if you do care, if you do, then you have to have a schedule. You have to account for every waking hour. And that is how we go out there and we make it happen for ourselves.